What's going down, fight fans? This is Spaniard, Northwest Fight Scene. I'm sitting here after post-fight. This is Rumble at the Roseland 61. I'm sitting here with the new 115-pound champion, Liz McCarthy. She just beat Liz Tracy. This was a split decision. This was, I wouldn't say it was a razor decision. I would say it depends on who was. You know, man, it was back and forth. You guys fought your hearts out. Talk about the fight and how you feel.
It was a tough fight. I knew coming into it was going to be a tough fight. She has some size on me. It's a 115-pound fight, and I did not even make 110 pounds. So I knew that was going to be a little bit challenging in and of itself. She's a good wrestler. Wrestlers are always hard to fight. I felt like I was doing a little bit better at range when we were striking, but she was doing a really good job of coming in and pressuring up and forcing the clinch, and so I was having to work from the clinch a lot more than I really like to in a fight.
Now, I mean, that exactly what you just said. Talk about what that's like. I mean, the girl divisions, people talk about that right there. I mean, they say there's not enough depth in divisions. There's not enough girls. There's not, I mean, that's really difficult. I mean, a lot of girls have to fight other divisions. They have to fight here, there. They have to, I mean, a lot of girls have to fight here, there. I mean, what's that like? You got to fight a girl that's, you know, 10 pounds heavier, you know, 10 pounds lighter here, there. I mean, honestly, you probably shouldn't even have been fighting in that heavier weight. I mean, boys honestly wouldn't be fighting there. I mean, a lot of boys, they cut weights or they might be getting heavier just to gain that advantage.
Yeah.
You know, so what was that like?
You know,
feeling that weight on you?
It's almost unheard of for a guy to fight at a weight class that he doesn't even weigh that much. Sometimes for him to cut only 5 pounds and have a small cut, you know, we hear about that, but for someone to not even weigh what you're fighting at, it never happens in the guys division. But it's something the girls have to deal with all the time because you just, I mean, I've had 5 fights and I'm considering going pro. Well, I guess 6 fights now, but even still, for a guy to only have 5 or 6 fights and go to the pros, that's considered usually kind of a big jump to make. But girls kind of get put in that spot where it's either you're fighting out of your weight class and you have to make some tough decisions, or you just have to move on.
Right.
So it's definitely kind of some tough, you kind of have to weigh the pros and cons.
Now, you train at Team Quest in Walton, you got a lot of guys there, a lot of people there. How did you guys necessarily prepare and then keep the, you know, the flows going with the weight division? I mean, obviously you can have guys on you, but how did you keep the flows? I mean, obviously you got to have the same gender with you. I mean, how did you keep that going?
Right. And that actually was a challenge. We do have some girls at Quest in Walton, a small handful, and then I kind of have been doing a lot of cross-training at other gyms too. A lot of coaches have been really generous in letting me come in and work with some of the girls that they have. So I've been going some other places, spending a little bit of time with some other local fighters.
Now, let's just get to the happy part. You got the belt on your shoulder. I mean, another belt. You got a belt by Flying Triangle, and that was a YouTube sensation. This was more of a grueling belt.
Right.
So, I mean, which one was better? I mean, obviously the Flying Triangle was the happy one, but this was more of a grueling win. So,
this
I mean,
one, yeah, definitely had I guess it was a longer fight. It's a little bit of a tougher fight. A lot more friends and family and stuff here to support me for this one, so that definitely was a better feeling. A lot of friends to greet me afterwards and do a good job, but kind of, you know, there's good on both ends for both titles. I think they're both equally as memorable.
Now, I noticed when I came down here, and the first thing I was trying to do was pull you back here, get the interview. You know, with Northwest Fight Scene, we usually have most people pulling you down here, getting the interview, but the first thing I noticed was Yushin Okami, Chelsana, and some of the bigger names pulling you down there. It was almost like a birthday party for you.
Yeah.
What's that like? I mean, what's that feeling like when they pull you over and have like almost like a big, huge birthday party for your win? I mean, for an amateur fighter going pro, I mean, what's that like, you know, having a big birthday party for your belt win?
It's a great feeling. We have a really good team over at Quest in Walton. I've been really happy ever since I've been there. I feel like it's just like a good family. It's a big family, but everyone there is really supportive. Every night that you're in, you know, for sparring, everybody's, you know, good job, great work. Everybody's trying to help each other out. You know, work a little here, work a little there. So it's just nice to have such a good, like a big support system.
Now, I know this belt actually was relinquished by your former teammate Glenna Avila, and she was here, and actually I noticed because I was sitting by her, and she was screaming crazy, and actually kind of went hoarse by screaming. What's it like to know that you have Emily Whitmire, the blonde bomber, Glenna Avila, heartless, screaming? You have all these teammates who are just going absolutely nuts, screaming for you. I mean, what's it like to know that in the Northwest you have so many people just sitting there going nuts?
It's definitely a little bit of a confidence builder. It's always nice to know that you have so many fans out there, and even beyond that, there's a ton of really great fighters in the area that are really supportive, and everyone wants to see me do well and is really encouraging. There's also a lot of people, just as I walk around tonight before I fought, that recognized me from other times that I fought and said, "Oh, good job! We really love watching you fight." And so that's really, it's nice to know that there are people out there that want to come and see you specifically do well.
Awesome. Well, yeah, thank you very much for taking the time. Congratulations on your belt victory. Anybody else you'd like to send a shout out to or thank to?
Definitely all my friends and family that came in tonight, all my teammates, and my coaches at Team Quest, all the coaches at all the upper gyms that have been willing to let me come in and work with them and help me out a little bit. And then, of course, my big sponsor, Tussle Fight Gear.
Tussle. Gotta put it out there. We definitely love Molly and Slade down there at Tussle. Definitely. Thank you very much. This is Lightning. I call her Lizard. I have to. I gotta change her nickname because I like Lizard very much more than Lightning. This Spaniard, the Lizard, NWFightsme.com. Rumble at the Roseland 61, 10th anniversary here at the Roseland Theater. Thank you very much. Make sure to check out NWFightsme.com. Thank you very much.